All right, guys, next topic we're going to be talking about here is block volleys. Keep in mind that you should be selective when you should punch versus when you should block, or you should be selective just in general when you're counter punching or counter blocking. I would say that the block technique is probably one of the simplest techniques in pickleball, but with it being so simple, it's very difficult to master. I would say most people want to do more, most people want to try to overcreate, and throughout these segments, that's going to be a common theme. Just in general, a natural tendency as we're learning new things is going to be, a common tendency is going to want to be to overdo it. So as we're hitting a block volley, I want you to think about letting the ball come to you. And if there is a bubble around you, a tight little bubble around you, I want you to make contact inside that bubble, okay? Another analogy that I'm gonna use is, let's say I have 3 imaginary balls, okay? Here's the first imaginary ball, here's the second imaginary ball, here's the third imaginary ball, okay? So when I hit a block volley, I'm only gonna hit that first imaginary ball, okay? Also too, something you should take into consideration is, yes, the imaginary balls make sense as far as where you should finish, but keep in mind how much pace is coming at you. Because if I have all this pace coming at me, I probably don't need to finish at the first imaginary ball. Maybe I finish at like a half a ball, or maybe I just give the ball a little kiss and leave it at that, okay? If I don't have a lot of pace coming at me and I'm looking to block, and the sounds of that doesn't make sense. If there's not pace coming at you, you probably shouldn't block. We should only be blocking when we're cut short on time, or we should only be blocking essentially when we're on the defense. So if you do decide to block off a ball that doesn't have a whole lot of pace, you're probably going to have to push out a little bit and give it a little oomph, just because you don't have a whole lot of pace to work with. Couple other technique nuggets here is that we're gonna focus on keeping the hand positioning still. We're gonna focus on keeping the paddle like a statue. And with the block, if you take a look at some of the best defenders in the game, they trust their height, they trust their margin, and they don't flirt with the net. So with that being said, if you're gonna be a good defender, if you're gonna be a good resetter, trust that you can utilize height and find the kitchen, but find the kitchen in a more shallow fashion. So I would say we are looking for ideal height on the block, but with ideal height, we are looking to hit the ball in a shallow zone of the kitchen. Something to think about too is that, you know, when you're blocking from the kitchen line, and you're 14 feet away from your opponent, yes, you are going to be opening up the face, but it's not going to be to the degree that you would if you were blocking from the transition zone. If I was blocking from the transition zone, I'm going to open up the face a bit more. Why? Because I have more distance. I'm going to need more time to reposition. With that, it would make sense to want to give myself some more height to add some more time. Take a look at some of the best blockers in the game. I consider myself a top 5 blocker in the game, and I would say that why I'm so efficient with my blocking is because I make sure to use my shock absorbers. I make sure that all of my power, all of my control comes from the ground up. I also make sure that if I had a beverage of my choice in my non-dominant hand, that I'm not going to spill a drip of that beverage. Plain and simple, my upper extremities and my lower extremities are going to be engaged, but they're going to be very, very quiet. So I think good, clean body position is necessary if you're going to be an efficient blocker. Keeping the hand positioning still helps if you're going to be an efficient blocker. And then also too, just understanding some of the tactics within blocking. You're only going to block if somebody speeds up at you. If you don't see the speed up coming, if you get jammed because they find your dead space shoulder, or if the surprise factor gets on you and you're not ready for that speed up. Times on when you would punch. If somebody speeds up at you from the kitchen line and you see the speed up coming, maybe they have a stamp on their forehead, maybe you've been beating them head to head all day, or simply maybe it's a speed up that is in an area on your body that you're comfortable with, I would say always punch back. All right, guys, drill for 4-0 plus here. This is called the slinky block drill. I would say definitely very tough to master, and probably the toughest drill that I have in my arsenal for blocking. Jim's going to be acting as the teacher. His job is to be cooperative and more so kind of work on speed ups whether it's off the bounce or it's out of the air, and also he can be taking a step back and working on a step back speed up. But he wants to hit a ball to me that I can take out of the air. My job is to hit a block in the kitchen and to slowly slinky back to the baseline and slinky back up, and then we're gonna change roles, okay? So I'm gauging the block, I'm gauging my block technique, my overall finish, grip pressure, all that, off of my court location and how much pace is coming at me. Two main factors, court location and how much pace is coming at you, okay? Ready here, Jim? Okay, I'm gonna try to be perfect here. Okay, and I'm slinking back up.
Nice.
Same thing. Using my shock absorbers. Okay, letting it come inside my bubble. Okay, pausing at the point of contact. Okay, slinky back up. Okay, that's pretty good. That's sweet, sweet. Okay, guys, next drill here is going to be dink attack block. So the only way to really make this thing work is to label each little thing. So as we're in this scenario, I want you to call out dink, speed up, and block. It kind of helps the process. Main thing in this drill is being cooperative, as with all of our drills, but like especially in this drill, with their having so much things kind of taking place here. Focus on being cooperative with your dink, maybe even hitting a lift dink, hitting a calculated off-pace speed up to be cooperative, and then that will help the block as well. And then we're changing roles, so it's dink attack block, okay? I'm gonna start it here. Okay, so dink first, Charity's gonna speed up, block, dink, speed up, block, dink, speed up, block, that's okay. Ready here, again, dink, speed up, block, that's okay, good. Okay guys, game for 4-0 plus here. So Coach Jim is gonna be acting as the attacker, I'm gonna be acting as the counter attacker. This game is situational. As an attacker, he can attack whenever he wants. When he attacks or when he speeds up, if I recognize it's a calculated speed up and I know it's going in, I essentially have to block. When I block, if I can neutralize the block and if I can get it in the kitchen, the point is live, we play it out, I can speed up, I can do whatever I want after that. But the point really isn't live until my opponent speeds up, Jim speeds up, I block, neutralize, now we're live. If I recognize it's a non-calculated speed up, an 80% speed up that I know it's going long, I can get out of the way. If I get out of the way, not only would I get one, but I would get two. If I were to let the speed up go long because it's a non-calculated speed up, I would get 2 points. We're gonna play this out, game to 7, and then change roles. Jim, you ready? Bring it, sucker. Okay. Okay, live. Okay, I'm gonna take 2. 2-0, same thing. Okay. Jim is still attacking, I am counterattacking.
There we go.
Okay, what is that feed?
All right, here we go.
2-0.
Get ready. Good luck on this one.
Okay, now we're live.
Yeah.
Points live, play it out.
Kind of waiting for you to do something.
Oh, are you, huh?
What are you going to do with this? I should have blocked that one, right?
Correct, yeah, if you're that far back, weight's going back, you know. 3-0.
Okay, get ready. Whoa, nice.
Okay, live.
try the block.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep. Okay,
Here we
4.
go. Very nice.
4. No, long.
Very long. Very long.
It wasn't my much. I get 2 there. I'm going to take 6, baby. Come on.
Thanks for playing. That was out. The way for playing still.
Yeah.